Previously, on Interiors by Design, only the best 14 contestants who brought their A game were chosen.
I'm an interior designer.
I like when you say that already.
With confidence.
Yeah.
And were treated to a VIP photo shoot. Looking good, guys. So, this week, we're taking it back to basics.
Hi, my name is Akinola. Allow me to officially welcome you to the first season of Interiors by Design, Nigeria's first reality TV show about interior design.
Our host, Akinola, introduces the contestants to the theme for the day.
Mrs. Fo, one of Nigeria's top interior designers, is going to join us pretty soon. She's going to give us a couple of challenges, a couple of tasks that we can take on.
Today, we're going to go through the fundamentals of interior design. We're going to talk a little bit about the challenge. I'm going to teach you one or two things. And then based on that, we're going to do a challenge and judge you. And we'll go forward from there. So who can tell me the difference between an interior designer and an interior decorator? This is my favorite question. No? Okay, Sheil. Yeah, it's your lucky day. What do you think is the difference between an interior designer and an interior decorator?
Yeah, an interior decorator is more interested in color, while an interior designer is it designs the space itself.
Thank you, Sheil. Let's hear what somebody else has to say. Be fair.
Interior decoration is more of the surface. It's just like saying, oh, I want to look nice, and then I have my makeup done by a makeup artist. It's good. But I want to look really good forever, I go to a plastic surgeon.
That's it. To be a good interior designer, you need to be something of a decorator. But if you're a decorator, that doesn't make you an interior designer.
Lead judge and mentor, Titi Fowora, takes the contestants through the concept of finding inspiration.
We are going to create a mood board. I'm sure some of you are aware of what a mood board is. So in terms of taking down your inspiration and presenting it to the client, it's a good tool for communicating your ideas with the client initially. A mood board is a bit abstract, but it brings together ideas. So you can take inspiration from anything, like I said before. You have to be good at taking down ideas. You have to be good at being inspired by the most abstract of things. So we're talking about travel, nature, art, music, fashion. Anything can be a source of inspiration.
Some of these contestants give Adair concentration, while others are a bit distracted. Are they being judged already?
So today's challenge, I have brought with me a floor plan. A floor plan is just a very linear interpretation of a space. Now in this plan, we're looking at the living room. And the challenge today, I'm not going to give you a client. You're going to create your own client. And from creating your own client, you're going to create the brief for the client. So I need you to take one and pass them around. For this challenge, I'm going to pair you up. So we're going to work in twos, like I said. That's another part of the challenge, your ability to work together.
My name is Yvonne James. I'm 23 years old, currently a student in Federal University of Turkey, 300 level political science.
My name is Folari Oladeji, a graduate of Town Regional Planning.
I love interior design. It has always been a part of me. It's just that I never had the opportunity to bring it up, but now I'm ready to face my passion and my dreams.
Because of the creative nature, I developed interest in interior decoration.
Okay guys, so some of it looks good, but some of it looks like we could do with some inspiration. So let's go. Let's pack up. I'm going to take you somewhere.
I've practiced for less than a year and I've been working on concepts for interior design firms basically. I've done more of that. I study a lot. I study works of people that are better than I am. Also, I look at nature. I check out the colors. I get inspiration from movies too. Because movies use a lot of nice interiors, you get a lot of ideas from there. Basically, those are my sources of inspiration.
Next up is the African Arts Foundation, where brand director Wunika Mukan will talk to the contestants about the fundamentals of art, inspiration, and design.
Here we are at the African Arts Foundation. Like I said, you can get inspiration from anything and anywhere. Some of these artists have been inspired by the most unexpected of objects, and they've just created the most amazing installations. I need you to take a look around, absorb all that you can see, digest it, and in a way, interpret it in your own way. Let it inspire you. Get into the idea of being inspired by the unusual, being inspired by art.
Throwback Thursday. My Instagram file for you at Instagram. Yeah. What's up?
So, Wunika Mukan is the creative director of the African Artists Foundation, this fantastic establishment. We're really glad you let us into your wonderful space today.
No, we're super excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for thinking of us and coming here. What I can say about creativity and inspiration and design is the great thing about creativity is if you're inspired, then you become more creative. And it's always important to visit places like this where you can continue to draw on inspiration, where you're able to see what other people are doing. You're able to see different aesthetics, different colors. Like for instance, this piece over here made by one of our incredible artists by the name of Stacy. And this was actually, not only is it just a visual art piece, but she also incorporated performance into this piece.
We even like the idea of social media, so it was kind of like the old meets the new.
Exactly,
which is another angle.
This piece had a lot to do with social media and identity, but yet the style in which she made this art is very traditional. You can pick from everything really, and you can still be as traditional as you want, but you can sort of sprinkle it with with contemporary designs and textures and ideas. Yeah, I also really like this piece. As you can see, these are little toothpicks. Yes.
Yes. So texture is that's another thing.
Exactly.
I like the fact that it's also a bed. So it's a piece of furniture that's not really serving the purpose of a bed.
It's quite the opposite, actually.
So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of you, really. Yeah, you are amazing.
Contestants will have to work on their teamwork skills to pull off their task successfully. Can they pull this off? Did everyone really pay attention in class?
So, ladies, the contestants have spent the day learning about inspiration, learning about deriving a brief, and learning about basically lateral thinking. We called it the idea of an idea, and we made them understand that the idea is the most important building block of the design. We've given them all the same floor plan, and the idea is they actually create their own client and derive a brief for that client.
So storytelling.
Yes, they're storytelling. So we kind of feel like that would also help us understand how they're thinking, rather than putting them in a box with the same client brief.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks like they're making progress.
Well, I can see from here a couple of interesting boards.
Okay.
We could maybe have a closer look and have a peek over their shoulders.
Okay, so ladies, let's go see how they're doing, if they actually got inspired. Okay, how's everyone doing? We don't have much time left, so I hope we're rounding up and pulling our ideas together.
Yeah, no, it's fun. That seems to be very popular, so it's pretty. It's very blue theme.
But they seem to at least have a color.
Blue and yellow.
Let's start bringing things together, because we're gonna get to talk about your work soon.
If they're unable to create a compelling mood board, well, it's back to the drawing board. Judgment time. Our guest judge this week is a tough one to impress. She's Omon Aneni Modi, the creative vision behind the well-known boutique Blue Mahogany. She is more than just an interior designer. She's a thought leader on the topic of interior design, and she writes a column on interior design for This Day newspapers.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so introduce yourselves and introduce us to your client.
Okay, my name is Tayo. My partner is...
I'm from James.
Yeah, our client, Mr. and Mrs. Bolaji by name. Mr. Bolaji happens to be a banker. Mrs. Bolaji is an editor.
They said they needed something simple but classy. They just love something like a feel of comfort outside the office.
I don't immediately see what that source of inspiration is here. And when you initially introduced the brief, when you talked about the Bolaji's, they did sound quite interesting. So a banker meets editor. I was looking for something a little bit more, with a bit more personality.
This is the floor plan of the building with the sliding door. So now we arrange based from the area, from the ceiling. This is a ceiling.
We have different lighting plan. We have the chandelier. We have the strip light. For if as me don't want to go all out, you can use the strip light to dim the light for romantic mood.
Where is that wall going?
It's going to be
This is the wall?
No, it's going to be at this corner. The molding with the...
Where is the molding going in the room?
It's going to be on this part
on the
of
wall panel. On the wall rather.
Did you guys work together?
Exactly. You're kind of confused.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of different ideas. It looks like two different people worked on it. There's just a random chair. There are things that don't really change.
This is the sofa.
No, it's okay. And your board should explain itself.
Yeah. The whole idea was to do a mood board, I'm guessing. And funny enough, I can actually feel the space from the images I'm seeing, but you're not explaining what I'm seeing. And it's a bit confusing. Your floor plan is sparse. I'm not sure that it's...
No, really, we don't work with the scale. So
That's fine, it's not a question of skill. I feel like it's just not... It doesn't feel cohesive.
My client is a bachelor, medical doctor by profession, but a very boring one. Like, he's a very serious person, takes life too serious. He loves cool colors. He has high taste, and then art. He loves art.
It's very strong. The mood board is strong. I could tell. I mean, I can see the guy already. I don't know who he is. He's cool.
You said it's single.
It's my style. It's my type.
You're married.
Hey, it's my type.
So we just added a bit of color.
I mean, it does. You described him as boring, and the space is simple enough that he'll still feel comfortable.
Yeah. I actually like that you brought the original floor plan.
Yeah.
Because it helps because I know where the kitchen is and all that. It's nice. Hold on.
And I also like the fact that you took time to do elevations. We didn't ask you, but you went that bit extra. Okay.
Complement each other.
Like it's a mood board, so
It is.
yes, I know. Yes, so yeah.
Would never have guessed.
What's the big idea?
Yeah, so the big idea is to make it modern, but still traditional. Yeah, with art. Well, maybe with art.
Broad brief.
Well, yeah, but it's more or less like when I mean traditional, I don't mean it's more or less like arty.
I think the actual board is a little bit more interesting than the presentation.
Yes, our bachelor, he works a lot. He loves the outdoor, but he doesn't really have a chance to be out too much. This is the couch. Then we have this, and we have the ottoman. We don't have a picture of the ottoman, but we have a workstation here for him and shelves here for his books and other things like that. Then he has a dining area.
The illustration is quite. I like the style of your illustration.
The zoning of the space is
It's
quite
quite
well
nice.
thought out.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a great looking concept. It just, I wouldn't have put that brief
together, yeah.
with that.
So
but
you
it looks
couldn't exactly
fantastic.
just send it to a client and they would get it. You'd have to talk about it.
Our client, because of his job, he also has a lot of friends.
And we try to just separate the two spaces so that we
can't see the extent of it.
Okay, let's
So let's take the never take the client out of the picture. But in this case,
so
we might have to.
we try to break these spaces. So
we added an architectural detail.
So
not an
what was the inspiration?
The inspiration, truthfully, the inspiration for this project was our client. So we went with lighter shades of blues. We went with a pastel blue on the walls. We introduced the dark wood. I mean, this is the herringbone pattern we wanted to add some visual texture to the space.
So your smooth board should say masculine. And this is all girly and feminine and dainty little knobs and things. I don't see masculine.
The name of our client is Hajia Zuleha. She lives in Lekki Phase 1. She's in her early 50s. Actually, she's 52. Funny thing we found about her was that she doesn't like pink. She's one person I've met that doesn't like coffee tables or center tables in the middle of her living room.
I like the fact that you just said you met her. Yeah. So she's actually real to you, which is good.
So she's wealthy. So we decided to give her a classic design with a contemporary lifestyle. This is from when you come in from the balustrade, you can see. We decided to have some.
To be honest with you, I think you guys have done such a great job.
Yeah, you actually don't even need to
explain
honestly,
it.
It's what a mood board should do. You should be able to look at that and just get who the person is, get what the space is doing. It's luxe, it's classic, it's beautiful actually. I want to live there. Yeah. Amazing. And I'm already thinking you're our safe bet. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know about what level. I think you guys should just go straight through to the next challenge. So
well done.
Very well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I keep the mood.
All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at it. Thank you.
Some of the mood boards are well executed. Impressive. Others aren't quite up to scratch.
That was the
story was actually quite amazing, and then you could actually see from the art they picked up the texture. I mean the pattern.
At least
that the
we're
art
talking
had.
about the single, yes. I think that one actually, because earlier on I was saying to them that the mood board is a tool, and I have to, as a client, if I were the client, I have to be able to understand it. We understood it.
Yes,
before they said anything, we understood it.
Yeah,
they could have just put it down and walked away, and I didn't
And you could see that there was thought put
And
into
it wasn't too
even with the
literal.
pendant light, it was the shapes and the textures carried through.
I like that.
With The first one we saw, I wasn't too...
I don't remember them because they're forgettable.
Oh wow. That kind of says it all, really. The second one, my issue with that was there was too much going on.
And
it
I
just
think
didn't come
they
together.
didn't work together, definitely. So that
reflected in the mood board.
Because one was saying something and the other was saying another thing. I'm like, okay.
And they were interrupting each other, even in the presentation, because I think what they forget is the presentation is also part of the challenge. You can't present properly. You're not cohesive even in your speech. It's kind of obvious. So, okay, it's been interesting so far.
The judges call out the bottom 6. Oh my.
The board was quite interesting and exciting, but the presentation wasn't really great. We didn't feel that you were able to communicate. This board, I think he was an aeronautic engineer.
Yes. This was Oluchi and Polari.
The weird tripod, I didn't really get aeronautic engineer. And we didn't really get a sense of you working together as a team. The mood board is also quite messy and bitsy. This one...
This is Mfon and Tayo.
Mfon and the other Tayo. You talked about the clients, they sounded interesting, a banker and an editor, etc., but I didn't really see that in the space. So space planning was nice, neatly done, but I don't really feel that you interpreted the brief very...
And we have Vivian and the other Tayo.
This is the board that best interpreted what the challenge actually was.
You're the winners of the challenge, and what you get is immunity from the next challenge. So that doesn't mean you're not going to do well, but it just means you can't be eliminated in the next challenge, and we really liked your board. So
thank you very much.
Thank you.
This board is going to go into the next round, and congratulations, but you need to work harder on, trying to put the concepts and inspiration in.
But who will the judges send back to the drawing board? Can't watch.
These are tools for communication, so it's not so much about whether we like them or you think, just put stuff together. It needs to be cohesive. You need to tell a story. This is not really telling a story. This might not be, goodbye forever. I guess it has to be sayonara, as they say. And like Osaru said earlier, they'll have to be back to the drawing board for now. So, but thank you very much for your hard work.
Sadly, 4 is eliminated from the competition. Wow. Let's see what the eliminated contestants have to say.
Well, basically we weren't able to get as much pictures to properly convey the story we wanted to convey.
I felt that maybe what actually they were looking for, we're not really able to give them what they wanted.
We got to agree on some things quite maybe late, towards the time when we were supposed to present. So I think those factors were against us at this point in time.
A drama unfolds. Oluchi seems unhappy.
I'm not smiling. I was not happy with the judgment, because it was as if I put more of the effort and my teammate was dragging me down.
And her partner Folari drags her.
That's what I suggest an object. She said she's not pleased with it, so can we defend it? When you are putting two sheep to feed from the same pot, there will be a confusion.
I knew he was he's an elderly man though. I'm much younger, I will understand the contemporary designs more than him. But his idea was kind of lame. So I chose to work based on my design. I still run it through him in case if he wants to pick up some things for me for the defense.
My project speaks for me. And I don't think there's an avenue for me to be arguing with people over I don't win, I win, or I don't win. Whatever she suggests, I say, okay, no problem. I'm after results.
Yes, we are a team. We're meant to work as a team. But even at that, I shouldn't take the fall for someone else's mistake.
One thing I believe about life is sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
So much tension on this first challenge. What happens next? Friendship is beautiful, but not in the face of this competition, as we wonder who wins the design course at the prestigious Decor and Rainbow Interior Design Academy in the UK. Share your thoughts on social media with the hashtag #BackToTheDrawingBoard. We would like to hear from you. Follow us on REDTV, Interiors by Design, for more engaging updates. Tune in next week for more on Interiors by Design.